is up, YouTube boxing family? It is IK right here. I am back with another good video for you guys today. Yeah, man, let's get right into it, man. We have Mr. Hector Garcia to talk about in this 130-pound division. I'm going to talk about what Hector said about Shakur Stevenson. He said that he would beat Shakur Stevenson just as easy as he did with Chris Colbert, and I think this is a very, very good message that Hector Garcia sent out to Shakur Stevenson. And the topic of this video should be, should Shakur Stevenson fight Hector Garcia before he moves up to 135 pounds for, for his lightweight, conquests, to go after Devin Haney and Gervonta Tank Davis and other killers in the lightweight division. So yeah, let's talk about it, man. I think this is a very, very good fight. I think Hector Garcia, they call him Mr. Androide. That's in Spanish for android. And I have to say, Hector, he is a very good android-y type of fighter. And if you guys watch Dragon Ball Z, I'm such a huge Dragon Ball Z fan, but yeah, Hector Garcia is basically Android 17 mixed with 18, but he has just such like a good style, especially from a southpaw stance where he reads you very well. He has amazing reads. He has very good counter-punching ability. The biggest takeaway from it is just that Hector's defense needs to be heavily increased more. The biggest problem with Hector is that he's a bit flat-footed at times, where he plants his feet right at the center, thinking that he's going to go toe-to-toe with you, and I don't think that's a smart idea to do that against a guy like Shakur Stevenson. I think Shakur Stevenson would take advantage of him, and he would make that fight a lot more competitive on the inside, but it's going to be Shakur scoring more punching points against Hector. I think that when you look at this matchup, there's just a lot of what if battles that you could think of inside your head, and I think that's like the biggest problem with this fight, because honestly, like we really don't know how the fight would go down, but I for one would believe that Hector, he would be the first one to be dropped again in his career against a guy like Shakur, to take advantage of what he could do to him and try to do the things that he wants to do to him. And I think that's a good arguable statement to make towards Hector. Not to say that he's not a bad fighter, it's just that Hector, he has some flaws where he needs to start using his advantages at the highest maximum, because I think at the world title level, defense is the biggest takeaway from any world title fight. I don't care what anybody says, defense is key for you to be successful. The biggest issue that I do have with this fight is that if Shakur does decide to unify 130 again, and he's able to get the Hector Garcia fight, then does that mean Shakur should go after a guy like, I don't know, maybe let's just say Joe Cordina to take him out of the picture? And I think my biggest problem with how that fight really gets put down is just that with Shakur is just that if he's not able to get undisputed all the way through, just simply due to the business of boxing being corrupt in that regard, then I'm all for Shakur moving up to 135, but I think Shakur's like leaving food on his plate off of what the table, and I think that's what's making this fight with Shakur and Devin Haney and Gervonta Tank Davis a lot more bigger at 135. So I can understand the I can understand the ramifications that Shakur wants to play for, because he understands that 135 offers way more money for him, and I think that's just going to make him a lot more richer in boxing to go after those bigger fish or those bigger dragon or lion threats. So Honestly, I wouldn't mind him fighting Hector Garcia because I think Hector Garcia would be one of the best fights to make at 130. I don't think going for undisputed at 130 really matters because Shakur, he did say he wants to do something that Floyd Mayweather never did, which is to become, undisputed at 130, in which I don't think there's ever been a undisputed 130-pound champion, in the 4 belt era, and I don't think in the 3 belt era, if I'm not mistaken, there's never been an undisputed. Well, I'm pretty sure there has, but I would have to take a look at that, with like my own research. But either way, I think Shakur Stevenson, he needs to go ahead and start, getting these fights taken down. I think it would be good to just go after Hector Garcia, get him out of the way, and then after that you can go ahead and move forward to bigger and better things at 135. So that's pretty much like my thoughts as far as like what Hector said about Shakur, saying that he'll beat him easier than he did with Chris Colbert. I think that was a really, really good sell to build up that fight because Chris Colbert, he obviously tied his name around Shakur Stevenson. So I think if I'm, like the, if I'm like, like the foreign fighter coming into this fight with Shakur, I would need to start being more, aggressive with my behavior, and I think it's a really good, selling point. I think at this point of his career, it makes sense for him to call for big money fights because I don't see Hector moving up to 135 anytime soon. I think Hector would like to unify the division, and I think that would be good for his Dominican fans that support him, and I'm all for it because I like Hector Garcia. I think he's a very, very good talent. Out of all 3 Dominican champions that are crowned right now, with Alberto Puello, which I didn't think he won his fight against Baktir Akhmedov. I thought Akhmedov, defeated him. And then obviously you have the other champion, and man, who's the other champion? You got Hector Garcia, Alberto Puello, and who's the other Dominican champion? Man, I'm trying to think about it right now. Yeah, Hector, Alberto, and who's the other guy? I'm trying to. Man, like, what am I? Oh man, I cannot think right now. Yeah, who's the champion at? Oh shit. Oh man, sorry man. Hold on. Let me take a look at that. Hold on. I'm gonna pause it. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, so unfortunately, there's like no other champions that I could find out of the Dominican championship stable. So as of now, Dominican Republic does have 2 current champions right now. Obviously, one at 130, one at 140, with Alberto Puello and Hector Garcia. So either way, I just figured that I put that out there. But hopefully there will be more talent on the way. There's a lot of great talent out there. My favorite fighters out of the Dominican Republic that I like right now is Luis Reynaldo, or his name is like Luis Nunez. He's a very good fighter. They call him, Luis, Reynaldo Nunez. Yeah, he's a good fighter. 5'7", 67-inch arm reach, 17-0, 12 KOs, 22 years old, out of the Dominican Republic. Extremely good fighter, has amazing skills and talents. But yeah, he's a great fighter. I like Hector Garcia. He's an amazing good fighter. Michel Rivera, he's definitely coming up very soon. So I mean, there's plenty of great talent out there. We just have to wait and see. But my final points to clear this up, I do believe this is a good fight to make between Hector and Shakur Stevenson. I think that the fight should happen next if Shakur is planning on unifying, but he did say he's going to move up to 135. But I think if he wants to, build this fight up even more, I think Hector, he should go ahead and go over to Shakur's fight at Top Rank, this upcoming Friday. I think he resides out of New York City. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's in the Bronx. But if he's anywhere in that area, in which I don't know what he's doing, but if he is in that vicinity, he should go ahead and build that fight up, make that fight known to the world, make it known to the world to say that, look, I wanna beat up Shakur Stevenson, and I believe he's going to be taken down. So I think that's pretty much it. I just figured that I'd put my thoughts in it. And let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is a good fight to make between Shakur Stevenson versus Hector Garcia before Shakur moves up to 135? I don't think he's going to get undisputed, but I think it would be good to have at least 3 belts just to say that I was, one of the best, 130-pound fighters. And I don't think Joe Cordina is that good to begin with, so I think Shakur would solidify legacy to say, look, at least I got 3 belts. The rest of you guys, you can come in, you guys can go after it if you guys want to. But that's pretty much it. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think, and I will be out of here. Thank you guys. Be sure to like, rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Peace and goodbye.